If you scared, motherfucker, go to church. My man. Sifike kanjani eGoli?
Sikubila.
Do you think X has an alcohol problem?
Yeah, X has an alcohol problem. Say drug, be relaxed in front of the camera. Say overdo.
The alcohol is not to be pointed finger.
It's made from maize and water, and at 35 cents a pint, it's cheap and popular.
X, how does it feel to be sober? How does it feel?
It's a nice feeling, yes. I'm sober. I'm planning to stay sober for the rest of my life, but I'm here going.
What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Begin the brain.
Timon and Pumbaa. This quarter party is like GDL cause one of the get it, Jabadala side.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Just rest. As I go, I'll watch it. See the Amile, who penny and sex and who value. I won't go take some. The food is a cooler box here, God. It's Mama, the back.
Those guys will tell you if you get to a big show. Big show. We need to go China.
China Bay. China Bay.
I'm the 50 level. Big show.
I don't know.
Every month is almost 50. Oh, my son, exist good shot because more in the kitchen now.
Every day,
cigarette, 50 rand one.
He's a glad picture. He can't check it cost. He's a quad now, picture. Yeah, he should have done that. I fully.
Yeah, but the eternity was so big. If I could not do it, big show. We shall see before that. 2 minutes. I'll try to ask him shut down on my debate.
Like it's not bad. Let's take it across on something. Let's take it across the stairs.
Sorry, now they want.
Yeah, there was a good day. Just all the game. Sorry, now they want.
No, we
walk now.
What do you man think about the cow?
It's rubbish.
Why?
It's nonsense.
Why?
We are woke now. We are a woke generation now.
What a woke generation. You're still in the older generation, X. You're a hot man.
No, I need to know I was there now. Go and happen there now.
Have you ever told me your name before? Have you ever told me your name? Or do I know you?
Oh.
I'm asking.
Yeah, we meet before.
You're revolutionary. You're revolutionary. Radical. Fighter. No, as you know what I like about politics. Asifake imali politics.
Ngenzeka imali.
Ubhizi namadela.
Mna I believe there is a God. Yabo.
Not God, man. Church. There's a difference.
Ngakubani izobushira ngoku.
Sayazi mtshana lo.
Awusayazi noma nomuntu uyakuleqa uyakuyo ba right.
Yabo nibeke ndafaka.
Ngithandaza endlini ngoxa ngihlengetse ndibethe umthandazo ngela amen.
Ela exposure ngolantu.
Bethi direct contact andluli kupastor ngoxa nje.
Yo I hate umcawe mtshana. Khumbula sisakhula time sisakhula every bekusithiwa left uthi left. Thina ngo study discing wona ubona ukuthi ecaweni yo that time side kune tournament mtshana.
Yeah.
Uvela ubona John kit bag yakho. Ujobe le shirt zayinqele ecaweni. Uqonda ukungu ecaweni. That kit bag yami ujula nge first year. Yabona ikasi mo toilet bese ngaphandle into le hlala lezi. Toilet bese ndikake lezi.
No wrong.
That yeah.
No wrong. Ukake lezi.
Ita ikolo umuntu back then engekho lo privilege ba uhlale ukake lezi.
Apha ekhayisha nothe mntazana ukuthi i-toilet esendlini singabona abarayi.
Lo mntathana yabo. Lokwahlala eTyotyombeni, lokwahlala eTyotyombeni nje. Bona ngakunetha kenye, bona ngakuthiwa kube stress, ngakunetha. Uvela ube stress kanjani? Stress. Kuthethe ebusuku mtshana, kuthethe ebusuku nje. Middle of the night kwethu.
The wind.
Iyavinde njebihlali eneenga nje. Ngalamaqombi.
Yeah.
Uthulele iqombi limole zitsho nje.
Asazi struggle. Bona zozodlala endaweni egoli kwethu.
Sizabakwazi ukusuka.
Oh, kodwa.
Suka kasicela nawe. Ubani tayo? Ngubani ke?
Highly important. Yabona ngiyathi uba kuthiwa mtshana if you can survive ikasi. Mtshana you can survive anyway. And ikasi angabikho ke ikasi ziyafana mtshana. If you can survive ikasi yakho. Bangathatha bonifaka kwibhikasi. You will fit in. The timing ikasi nekube ne timing ka ready too much. Highly mtshana. A hard go. I survived.
So you're telling me if you get kids now, you would actually bahlala esekhaya, so bahlala esekhaya.
Iba no, kaka no nakithi jeka mna angihlali kasi kuzo. Yayithi bazohlala apho ndhlala khona. Don't say obvious I have friends and relatives ekasi. Definitely obvious. Can't buy no visitor now.
Mna I've stayed ekhasi, ngizalelwe ekhasi. Then as time goes now ngahlala elalini. Now nohlala etown. And I'll tell you now, as much as kumandi ekhasi nantoni, dude uhlala etown kumandi. Kumandi. Yonke into iyaflow kumandi.
Andibona
Hustle call.
I'll still choose the town because of the possibilities that the town comes with. You understand? You learn a lot to the town. Even the friends in Nazo, as I say Lokshini, as I say town. If we are aware of the two, I'll always choose as I say town.
obvious kaloku ifana nezizigela umuntu school naselokishini. Yephi opportunities ngoba obvious ezizingapha.
So why would you want to unyisa abantwana bakho?
No, andibanyise, andibanyise. Obvious.
Itshintshile ngoku ibhola iyarola. We are changing the
I'm
narrative.
not saying ukuthi abantwana bamelanga bayokhula ikasi whatsoever. Well, dithi no. Apho ndiyakhona uzobe mhlawumbe entrance chilo uthi I've got family ikasi, their friends and relatives. And ke ekasi obvious now uyazi most of the time bese chile ikasi namaji. Kune vibe ikasi. Laphi timing khona lokishini. Laphi timing khona lokishini. Holidays ikaka funeka uyohlala le mayigodu. Yo. Ikaka holidays. Hak.
Ayisoze ndiyohlala elalini. Sorry.
Ngoba lo mntana kwa futhi obvious into zichithile.
The worst ever. Wamuthinja wonke apha yase.
Ya, hayi utyala ohluthi imini wakho.
Wamuthinja wonke wonke apha.
Utyala ohluthi imini wakho. Maripi, don't you think uyabona kithi yonke lo life yonke lo ine-impact ezileyo life yakho?
Obviously it has.
Plus ne-timing nokondlela nokucinga lezi situation.
But the circumstances made me go.
Yizo lo circumstances.
But
You learn
you
something.
will shield abantwana bakho from having those circumstances to make them bakhule kunansi environment enjalo. Umntwana wakho uya-afford uba aye e-Monkey House, makaye e-Monkey House.
So wena wakho umntana uzabavimba lo privilege ukuthi bayobona emakhaya selokishini
andizokwaziyo
Bagcina apha edolophini.
selokishini ngosonzothini zama ndiyobahlalisa kwabantu endingamaziyo
Hey, ngitheni ngithe awunazithombe awunazifemeli awunazi-relatives esekasi uyabaphika abantu uphumelele ngabantu asakazi elokishini
lala muntu
Ujena.
itho yethu uba uzothi ndithatha abantwana bam ndiyobahlalisa endaweni
tata wona ujula kusitokolo isitero okanye egrotbad bayeziyoleksa ziyobhola ba
ngomuzikasi into endingayithandi mna yilali yabo ilali if bona bayaenjoy because umntwana ke you can't really control umntwana ungazala umntwana ahlale etana vele yena azithandela uba kozibani qonxa yekomakhulu
and abantu bazoba-excited
awuziyicontrola loo nto
excited nala life yakhona babefisa
so on those circumstances ungayenza but ke mna ke akho nto yamise like andinalali ncam as much as ukuthi umntu soze ungabi nalali andiye elalini endlini unoba ndiye my whole life ndiye twice elalini
Your whole life we twice elalini.
elalini yasekhaya
awukwazi uyenzi yabona ke
besides uyohlala phanga la
awukwazi ke awukwazi ubuncwane bohlala ezilalini uba kunjani
andikwazi usenga andikwazi yonke
yabona life yasezilalini tjana is so physical and it teach you into ezibhaya ucinga noba neplani uyabona kwakutokela into yakiwe
sekula nenkomo elokishini azinazikhathi zokuyokuthiwa lokuhlaba endaweni ethile dubula inkomo zodubula
Marujana, we are like, I'm thinking, wow, about the town. It's expensive.
afford
It's expensive. No, we can't go there. Afford that because it's expensive. No, you must be a super personal. Super personal.
Taking out the files.
What defensive boy? I don't know.
I'm
Not expensive, but we can't live it down. I'm saying
Dito, kudu sunama. Kutelu yima. One defensive back the town. Relax and dito. E what the town? The town is go kala. The town go kala chana. Now everyone knows this. The town chala yama ba ona mali yebo survive the time. Kuya red okune levy nemali nje ehlala iphume town. Lapho la zezinye nje expensive nje khona rates kasi pay rates
asifani
matala
lezo nto apha la asifani lezo nto zawangujena kahle
when you know
ilafi yasekhasi yima
ihlale tami cha in the public ipromote ilokishi